Hello. Today's lesson will feature words that start with the letter B and will include not just nouns, proper nouns, and adjectives, but some B verbs too. A verb is usually an action word that tells what someone or something is doing. Non-action verbs exist too. Today we feature active verbs. The B verbs in our story will be buy, believe, bark, bump, bother, bug, and bite. If you spend money to purchase something, you buy it. If you hit a part of your body, like your head or your foot, on something, you bump into it. Bother and bug have very similar meanings. Basically, if you're doing something that someone doesn't like, you're bothering or bugging them. If you bite something, you use your teeth to chew it or to grab a hold of something. The verb believe. I think it must be cold in the Arctic, said the monkey. That's what he believes. If you believe something, you think it's true. If you add a D, it becomes believed, and you thought it was true. Now it's in the past. By adding a D to the base verb believe, you change the verb into something that is happening now to something that happened before. Many stories are told in the past tense. This monkey believed it was cold in the Arctic, and when he went there, he found that it was true. Some of these verbs that we just learned can be used as nouns too, like bark, bump, bug, and bite. Be careful. The noun can have a very different meaning than the verb. The noun bark means the hard outer layer of the tree, but it also can mean the sound a dog makes. As a verb, you can say the dog barks. This means it makes the noises bow wow or woof woof. Not that it's growing tree bark on its back. That would be bizarre. Because words can have so many different meanings, it's important to check the dictionary, choose the correct meaning, and know whether each word is being used as a noun, adjective, or a verb. By playing with the different meanings of words, we can make jokes and puns. Here is an example. She already had a bump on her head when a bug bugged her, and she fell out of bed and bumped her head again. The noun bump can be like a bump or a sore spot on your head that is red and sticks out. If you bump something, you hit it with your body. This second meaning is a verb. The noun bug is an insect, but it can bug or bother you, and that bug is a verb. Now I'll stop bugging you with grammar and return to the bee vocab from today's story. The nouns or things or people are beekeepers, bumblebees, bakery, barn, buns, boomer, and baby. Baby will be used as an adjective, as well as brave, bold, blue, beautiful, and best. Brave and bold are adjectives that have similar meanings. These are called synonyms. Bold and brave have similar meanings. Bold means full of courage. Brave. Brave means showing little or no fear. Remember, be brave, but not foolish. It's bold to do so. And as for proper nouns, this story features the cities Belfast and Boston and the country Belgium. And of course, the characters are called Mr. Brown, Betty, and Bruce. There's a Mrs. Brown too. Keep your ears open for these bee words. Now it's time for a story. The Browns' Beautiful Bees. It was springtime in Belgium, and Mr. and Mrs. Brown were beekeepers who had many baby and boomer bumblebees in their barn. Their two children, Bruce and Betty, were extremely brave and believed that a bee's bark is worse than its bite, and they also knew that most bee babies and boomers wouldn't bite unless they were bothered or bugged. The entire Brown family believed that all bees were beautiful as they flew through the blue sky, bumping into flowers to bite the nectar into little bits so they could drink it down and make the best honey in the world. The Browns used this honey to make blue honey buns. These are so delicious that people as far away as Belfast, Ireland, all the way to Boston in the USA, buy the Browns buns in their bakeries. If you've never tried the Browns' beautiful blue honey buns made by the best bumblebees in Belgium, then you'd best get to your local bakery and report back to me. The end. Now it's time for some bonus B words. So we have this word burly. What does burly mean? This guy can lift those heavy weights with one hand because he's so burly. He's big and strongly built. What about the word backbone on the far right where the skeleton is? A backbone is a set of connected bones that run down the middle of the back. It's also called the spine in the spinal column. What's a band? A band is a group of musicians playing together. What's a brainstorm? When you brainstorm with people, you discuss, you think about, and share ideas. When you brainstorm, it's important to say whatever comes into your mind. No idea is too crazy for a brainstorm. We have the word brag, to boast too much, especially about yourself. I'm better than you. I'm better than everyone. Bragging really isn't very nice. We have the beautiful butterfly. Do you like beautiful butterflies? And we have a banquet, a large meal for many people or a feast. Last but not least, we have the word baby. Here we have a picture of a baby who just graduated from university. He's a very smart baby. You can be smart too. All you need to do is take all these bonus B words and create a story of your own. Be creative. Don't forget to brainstorm. And enjoy your story and share it with others. That's the best way to learn words. That's the best way to remember these new B words, by using them. And if you forget what they mean, or you're not sure what they mean, don't forget to look in your dictionary. Good luck, and keep studying English.